Happy Friday, everyone. Today is August the 13th. I just want to do a video today about the breakout happening in the crypto markets. And remember, all this is not financial advice, it's just my own thoughts. Hope you find some useful, valuable information in this. Alright, so let's start off with Bitcoin here. We're looking at the weekly chart. We're on Chartch.CoinTrader Pro. I see this range for Bitcoin around the 45k region to like 60k. So it looks like we have broken into it. We're on the weekly chart, so the weekly candle hasn't closed yet until Sunday, but looks like we did bounce off the 50 RSI here, and the MACD is just turning up. But you don't want to necessarily just use the RSI and MACD. You want to look at price action first and then use the indicators to confirm what you're seeing. Let's look at the daily chart. Here's a daily chart. You see breaking out of the same resistance zone that we were here for a few days. We're above the 200-day SMA, which is this yellow line, and looks like we had a clear breakout above, engulfing this full candle, this full range. The volume was kind of not as convincing, but hopefully we'll still see a continued move up here. And looking at Bitcoin dominance, which is the total percentage of market cap that is contributing to Bitcoin, looks like Bitcoin dominance is decreasing actually. You can see if you drew a trend line right here, you could see that the trend line broke down, and we're not even at the 50 RSI here, which is the midway point between 30 to 70 of oversold and overbought. So we are not even there yet, and it's rejecting. So it looks like altcoins are making a move and taking more of a larger share of the market. Okay, secondly, let's look at, next resistance around 49.50k, and then you can go up to like 58k, 60k, similar to the weekly chart. Next, let's look at Ethereum. Alright, so similar to Bitcoin, you saw Ethereum break out of the range it was consolidating for a few days. So we're looking at Coinbase here, broke out of the range, and we're in this new range between like 3200 and 3600. So hopefully see some continuation. Ethereum's even more bullish than Bitcoin. You can see more often than not it has been moving up, just consolidated a little here, consolidated for a few days, and continued up. And we're even approaching the 0.618 fib level, and then continuing up to next resistance possibly around 3600. Let's look at the weekly chart. Even more bullish actually. So the range is around 2900 to like 3600. We're in that now. Last week I already broke into that range, and then one last resistance at around 4000 before we test all-time highs again. So similar to Bitcoin, we bounce off the 50 RSI level, and the MACD is turning up. Ethereum actually looks a little more bullish than Bitcoin, and we want to see if Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, so we still look at the ETH BTC pair. We're on the weekly here. You can see that there's a little trend line forming here. Looks like possibly a bull pennant, symmetrical triangle here. We want to see it break out above and hold above 0.07 on the ETH BTC pair. And you can see in the RSI here, it's forming like this range, this channel that's uptrending. It looks like we're bouncing off the bottom and up, and the MACD is pointing up as well. And here's the ETH BTC chart. You can see that there's a little pennant here. We did break out of this falling wedge, and now there's a little pennant triangle forming here. We want to see it break out above, similar to the weekly chart, and then continue up towards the previous high range of like 0.08 to 0.085 up here. So ETH BTC looks good, Ethereum's bullish, and similar to the opposite of Bitcoin dominance, you can see that altcoin dominance, altcoins are breaking out and this will further signal continuation for bullish movement for alts as long as Ethereum is performing well and ETH BTC is performing well and Bitcoin is still holding a range or moving up as well. So altcoins look good. Let's look at altcoin market cap. Actually, this is the total amount that altcoins are taking in the total market cap. So dominance is just a percentage, but this is the total amount that they're taking. And let's look at the RSI. Similar to Ethereum and Bitcoin, we bounced off the 50 and continuing up. You can see how bullish this pattern looks. Total market cap, more on the weekly as well. All similar patterns, bounced off the 50, moving up, and we're nearing the 0.618 fib before we approach possible all-time highs again. Alright, so let's highlight a few coins, some of the top performers. Let's look at Cardano. Alright, Cardano bounced off the 50 on RSI. I had this weekly. You can see there's not really much resistance on the weekly for Cardano. The level was here on like 1.8 and we blasted way past that. MACD's turning up. So Cardano doesn't really have much resistance around till around $2.25 here. And let's look at the ADA USD pair. So ADA has some bullish news with September 12 possible release, I think, of smart contracts. So that news came out today. You can see the crazy move from Cardano. This is the same 1.8 level, broke past it. You can see the daily yesterday. Look at this increasing strong volume. You broke out above it. The ADA ETH pair looks like we're still in the range, but looks bullish as well. You can see the volume here. And the ADA Bitcoin pair, like ideally you either want to see it retest this support and then continue up further, or unless we go down and form some support down here within this range, but likely possibly just head down to this previous resistance level and turn it to support. But Cardano looks very strong right now. Let's look at MATIC. So here's MATIC. So we're looking at the weekly chart on MATIC. Looks like same bounce off the 50 RSI on the weekly. If you chart the weekly candles, looks like there's a resistance there around like 1.7, and the range is here from like 110 to about 1.7. So we're in that range right now. If we break this 1.7, we could easily go and test all-time highs shortly after. MACD looks bullish. And MATIC had some news. They teamed up with some company for a $250 million deal. So here's a daily chart on the US dollar chart for MATIC. Looks like there was a downtrend. We broke out of it. And you can see like increasing volume on this move up. Continued move up above the EMAs. And we're in this range until that same like 1.8 level. MATIC Bitcoin pair. Looks like there was like a falling wedge. We broke out of it. Strong volume on the 11th and continuing to move up. Possible move for like 112% against Bitcoin if we reach all-time highs once again. And you can see MATIC Ethereum pair. Looks like there was a double bottom, bounced perfectly off support, and possible 100% move to outgain Ethereum from here if the move continues up. Alright, we looked at MATIC. Let's look at Doge. Okay, so we got Doge here, weekly chart. So you can see a lot of these patterns are looking very similar, bouncing off the 50 RSI. MACD is turning up. Doge is not as far along as possibly like MATIC or ADA, but looks like it's catching up. Looks like we're in a range here between 25 cents and like 33 cents on the weekly. So if we can break 33 and flip that into support and continue to move up. And Doge dollar chart, so yeah, same. If we can flip this 27, move up to that 30 level, then continue upwards. But did break the downtrend already. Doge Ethereum pair looks like it found a bottom, somewhat increasing volume and looking like we could possibly bounce, but this trend hasn't fully been broken yet on Doge. On the Doge Ethereum pair you can see that. So possibly if you want to wait until this trend line breaks up and maybe flips this 10,000 level on Doge ETH into support, possible entry. And then Doge BTC looks like it did break the downtrend, good volume and moving up. So that's Doge. Okay, a lot of other people's favorite coin we have here is Link, Chainlink. So it's looking like a strong reversal off the bottoms here. And we're right below the 200-day SMA here. So Link is looking good. Double bottom on the Ethereum pair, Link ETH pair. So we want to see continued bullish movement to possibly have Link outperform ETH here. But ETH is very strong right now, so it could be holding down the Link ETH pair. Looks like a bottom here, like a head, possible shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder, possible continued move up for Link. Alright, there is Link. What else did I want to highlight? Oh, so I wanted to highlight a few coins that I did buy today, actually. Not financial advice, just what I'm seeing with the charts. What was it? Rally and Chili's. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so Chili's. So first off, let's look at what Chili's is. Okay, so Chili's has like 8.8 billion tokens. They have about 5.3 billion release. They're number 66 rank overall coin. And what are they? They are a fintech sports platform for players and fans to get closer to their teams and club. So like with the news of Messi going to PSG, they have a PSG token. So I think social tokens might be a sector that has some room for growth. And then they are listed on Coinbase, actually. You can see Chili's is on Coinbase. So it looks like it was accumulating in this range from 20 cents to like 36 cents, and now it's just breaking out and to all-time highs, and you can see the increased volume here. To all-time highs, there's about like a 152% move to gain for the dollar chart. Look at the Chili's BTC part, looks like a falling wedge here. There was a deviation, slight deviation right here on this candle, but overall this is the trend. It looks like it's breaking it. You could wait for entry to retest this trend line, or for this support resistance level to flip, but I just entered here based on the move today. And here's the Chili's Ethereum pair. You can see a double bottom or even a triple bottom. 1, 2, 3 right here, And if we go to the all-time highs, there's possibly a 250% move against Ethereum. And you can see some increased volume here on this bottom. So there's Chili's. The second coin was Rally. RLY. So Rally also is a social token, but their rank is 332. So it's a lot lower market cap than Chili's. 15 billion total, but only 288 million released so far. So the tokenomics aren't as great for it, but it is on Coinbase. Did 1.7 million in volume. And you can see here, so the blue is the US dollar, orange is the Bitcoin pair, and red is the Ethereum pair. You can see the all-time high was 138,2331 Satoshis and 65k Ethereum. Right now we're only at 55 cents compared to $1.13, so we're like halfway off all-time highs. And we're like halfway from the Bitcoin pair and even less than that on the ETH pair. But Rally right here, you can see we're still in accumulation, but look at this huge volume on August 10th. So that's just a precursor, I believe, of what's gonna come. Eventually we'll break out of this, the 0.78 range, and test these highs again at like $1.50. So there's Rally. It is a coin where fans can hold or exchange for physical or digital goods. Rewards fans with their team and whatnot. So similar to Chili's. It just has a lower market cap. I don't know that much about these projects, but that's just what interested me in it. Alright, let's see. Has some other coins I wanted to look at. So there is VRA, which is Veracity. Only 10 billion coins total, about 6.5 billion released. Rank 334. A low cap coin. It did already move 13% today. It's available on KuCoin, and Veracity is like an esports gaming play. So it's a platform for esports and video entertainment. And let's look at the chart. Okay, so VRA actually, you can see it has broke out of the downtrend, increased volume. So we're still kind of accumulating somewhat, but we are breaking out. We're above the 200-day SMA, which is this yellow line, and we're just right at the 0.236 fib level. So Veracity is just barely breaking out. VRA BTC, similar breakout, but we're below resistance on the BTC pair, so I'd want to see it flip it into support before it continues this move up, just like this. And it did drop 72% during this downtrend. Alright, there's VRA. I wanted to highlight ORN, O-R-N. Let's see, where is ORN? Okay, so you can see a lot of these charts have a similar pattern, right? Downtrend, we are breaking out, and look at this huge volume right here, the past few days. And then perfect, we're getting a good retest of support here. We're below the 200-day SMA now, actually. But if this support level holds and continues moving up, possibly good buy here. ORN Bitcoin chart, same downtrend. Boom, we're right here. Confluent, support, turned into resistance, and now retesting it as support here. And the ORN Ethereum pair, we did break above it, but we broke down below the previous resistance. and now we want to try to retest it as support and then go up. So that's ALTCOIN. ALTCOIN is actually just recently listed on Coinbase too. It's a DeFi play. So DeFi is it's a DeFi platform, one of the major plays in crypto, and you can see listed on KuCoin, but it was recently listed on Coinbase though. So that is ALTCOIN. Let's look at QuickSwap. So this is QuickSwap. Man, it already flipped this 600 level into support. This one actually recently got listed on Coinbase as well. And basically it looks like it can keep going up. You can see the increased volume here. And the quick Ethereum pair broke out of the downtrend. It did already retest this as support, and looks like it's going to have a continued move up. And Quick, what is Quick? So it is a decentralized exchange. I think they have something with MATIC as well, but they recently did just get listed on Coinbase. You can see it right here. The 21 million volume on Coinbase. It's a protocol governance token for the QuickSwap, and it's currently the only exchange supported on MATIC. So it's based on Ethereum, but is also supported by MATIC. That's what makes them stand out. There's really only 1 million tokens, 361k circulating supply, so that's why you can see the price is 800. There's only 1 million tokens available. So that's possibly why. Alright, let's look at Solana, one of the best platform plays. So Solana, Ethereum, Cardano. You can see Solana not that far off the highs right here, like around 58 bucks. We already broke this like $40 level of resistance, and we could flip into support or just keep going up. You can see how strong this uptrend has been. Solana ETH pair, it's like there's a pennant, a triangle forming, broke down from it, but we did hold support. Looks like a possible double bottom right here, and continued move up. The Solana Bitcoin pair, we're just ranging in like accumulation area. Want to see it break this downtrend and hold above this 102 level on Sol BTC. So that's Solana. Let's look at KAVA. KAVA has been performing really well. It's another DeFi play. See, this downtrend was broken up, similar to most of the other plays. Increased volume on this move up, and now we're just consolidating before the next push up. But we're in this range of $5 to $7.50. KAVA ETH. It's looking like it's at support now. I want to see this hold before I continue to move up. And KAVA Bitcoin looks like it's right at the support level now. Perfectly following the trend line right here. Actually looks pretty good. So there's KAVA, looks pretty strong. Just the ETH pair looks a little iffy right now. But everything else looks strong there. Another coin I have that I did actually sell off some here due to some fear that the market would go lower, but sold some at 150. Now it's at like 270 already. But Kusama, which is a chain for Polkadot, it's like the experimental chain. It's a public blockchain running the same network as Polkadot. So there's Kusama, only 10 million supply, but about 9 million out. So you can see the bounce. We moved above the 257.236 fib, but we're still below the 200-day SMA. And then we did bounce off previous historical support here on the Kusama ETH pair. It looks like we're bouncing up. Kusama Bitcoin, kind of similar, bouncing off a support range and possibly forming higher lows here, or like an inverse head and shoulders possibly. There is Kusama. Let's look at Polkadot. So here is Polkadot, bounce off the lows of like 11 bucks, and then now we're back up to 22, but we're still pretty below the 200-day SMA. The ETH pair looks pretty bottomed. Actually, this is the lowest it's ever been on .ETH, so we want to see some strength here, flipping this into support first before entering. Something like that. But the BTC pair is showing like a clear inverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, shoulder, head. And looks like a double bottom right here on the head as well. Of course, continued move up. Wanted to also highlight, what do I have here? Quant. Quant has been a very strong coin recently. Look at this on the weekly chart on the move up. We're like way above the 50 RSI level. We're at like 74 still, but we've been holding this level. It's like 150 range. Quant. Yeah, you can see we're just consolidating here. So decreased volume right at support. Possible continued move up. So right at support on the Quant Bitcoin pair. And about, looks like possible support forming on the Quant ETH pair as well. Quant is already moved up so much to 100 or 67 overall rank, 14 million total supply, only about 13 million total circulating. So it's a revolutionary blockchain tech to connect like various blockchains and stuff. So it helps with interoperability. And Quant is listed on Coinbase as well. Recently listed Quant. So strong token, keep your eye on it. Let's see. Mana. Alright, so Mana is NFT play, metaverse. So like metaverse gaming tokens are strong. Like 2.2 billion out, it's about 1.3 billion circulating. Mana chart right here. Looks like we had a pretty strong uptrend. We're above the 200-day SMA now, and you can see increased volume on this uptrend. But we're still like about halfway below the highs. Mana ETH looks like a possible double bottom here, as long as we hold this support range. And Mana Bitcoin looks like it's kind of downtrending right now, so you want to see it break through this first. So you want to see it break above this downtrend. What else? Oh, we have VeChain right here. We can just look at the weekly chart on VeChain. It's like it's bouncing off the 50. MACD as well. Okay, here's VeChain. You can see here's a support level. Turn to resistance. Looks like we flipped it already. Possible range up here to like 23 cents, or even some resistance, or around here like the halfway point at 15 cents next. VeChain ETH pair looks like it's right at support. Want to see a continued move up. It's like a rounding bottom. And VeChain Bitcoin pair looks like it has possibly bottomed and it's coming out of this range. A few more plays. I mean, there's too many. Just try to chart these yourself and see if you're seeing the same thing. So Axie, one of the best gaming tokens that has performed recently. You can just see this whole uptrend. It has been non-stop with pauses and consolidation. So if you see it retrace to 46 and it continues up, could possibly be a buy. Looking like the same on the Bitcoin pair if it retraces right here and holds. Badger. So Badger is a DeFi play. You can see it has moved up crazy. Look at this volume right here as well. And the Badger Bitcoin pair looks like it already has flipped key resistance into support, and it's already flipped that. It can continuous move up, possibly 270% move. And Badger only has 21 million total supply, about 9.4 circulating, so same supply as Bitcoin, only $30. Previous max for Badger was about like 80 bucks, so we're not even halfway to the all-time highs yet. Okay, just a few more left. Wanted to highlight COTI, COTI. This is a payments token, kind of like PayPal and stuff. So yeah, it provides functionality as robust as PayPal, Alipay. So it's a platform for payment solutions. So it looks like COTI has broken out of this downtrend. You draw a trend line here. Looking like increasing volume. You can see the volume here. And then we want to flip this 24, 25 cents area into support. And the COTI Bitcoin pair has already broke out of the downtrend too and flipped into support. And you can see if we retest the highs up here, still a lot of room to go on COTI. So it's trying to find some coins that looks like they still have a lot of potential to grow. We could look at SUSHI, which is another DeFi play. Okay, so you can see SUSHI moving. Look at that. Boom, double bottom, perfect. Some strong volume on this move up, right below 200 day SMA. And you want to see something like this. Break above, retest, and continue up. SUSHI Ethereum pair looks like it was at, let's see. It's looking like it's still in a bottom accumulation area. So yeah, you would want to see this one break up above as well. Reclaim this for the move up. So there's SUSHI. Let's look at TVK. TVK is a NFT coin, also in the Polygon ecosystem. or MATIC. 1.2 billion tokens, around 400 million circulating. It's available on Binance Uniswap. So you can see strong move from the bounce off the lows, looking like it's just holding higher highs and higher lows on this move up. And same, we're right at the trend line on the TVK BTC price. Looks like we have like possible 200% move against Bitcoin from this area right now. So there's TVK. I think I highlighted UTK in my story. So look at that. It moved up 100% already. Look at this volume on this candle. It's pretty insane. Like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying this now. Wait for it to maybe retest this trend line and find support somewhere before getting in. You could see it just jumped this whole range on the TVK Ethereum pair in one day. It's crazy. Same with Bitcoin, it just blasted off, and we're already getting close to testing these local highs. So there's UTK. Let's look at Layer. I think I talked about Layer in a previous video a long time ago. But it looks like there's significant increasing volume on the move up. We bounce another inverse head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. Flip this resistance into support and continuing to move up. And Layer ETH looks like double bottom and can continue up. Layer is very low market cap, 870. So it did go up 15%, 40 million total supply, and half of it is circulating already. So this has a lot of room to grow. We're at 870 rank still. So Layer, look at this, towards its highs on the ETH pair, 600% room, possibly for it to grow. Alright, two more charts. Luna. Luna's been one of the best performers during this downtrend, along with Axie. You could see highs was 21, it's like at 17 bucks. So it really hasn't really dropped much. And Luna BTC, basically at the all-time high range. We did test all-time highs against Bitcoin already. So you want to look at coins that are performing well during a downtrend, and you can see how Luna has been outperforming Bitcoin this whole time. And last coin will be RLC. So I just noticed that this chart was breaking out as well. So broke out of the downtrend and we flipped this strong historical level, this $3.60 range. You can see it was resistance here, acted as support, and then flipped into resistance here and here. Resistance, now we broke out of it. Somewhat increasing volume, volume's not that strong, but this ran up to like 17 bucks. We're still at like 4 bucks right now. And then the ETH pair hasn't broken out yet. You want to see it break out above and hold this, flip it. And same with the Bitcoin pair. So a little more ways to go for RLC, but it looks like the USD chart was breaking out. But want to see these levels flip for RLC. I hope you found some valuable information in this. Just want to get this off real quick due to the market dynamics shifting and strong closes today. Have a good weekend. And keep charting, keep paying attention to the crypto markets. Looks like a shift is coming in the markets. Have a good one. Peace.